After 10 years and 5 films, it has come to this. What's up, guys? It's your boy Odie here, back with a review of Transformers The Last Knight. I feel I have to start this review by first saying I am a fan of Micheal Bay films. Transformers has a special place in my heart. Anybody who doesn't like the Transformers films, or Micheal Bay's movies for that matter, can eat a dick. With that being said, let's get on to the actual review. The story goes a little something like, Cade Yeager and the trusty Autobots must save Earth from total annihilation again. This time, they must unlock the mystery of the last night, or something like that, and recover the wizard Merlin's lost staff in order to save Earth from being destroyed by the evil Quintessa. First, what I liked about the movie. The visuals and sound design, of course, is top notch. The Transformers movies usually look very good and sound very nice, and this one's no exception. Mark Wahlberg, he's great as always. His new love interest, played by Laura Haddock, isn't awful either. There is a story purpose for her being there. It's a little on the convenient side, but it won't make you roll your eyes too hard. What is kind of puzzling is the lack of Isabel Moner's character. I just think that it's odd that Isabella's character isn't really in the movie, despite the fact that she's kind of all over the trailers and posters and all that crap. Same with Optimus Prime, but I didn't think the lack of Optimus Prime was necessarily a bad thing. I thought the look of the movie was awesome. Who knew that knights and King Arthur stuff would mesh well with transforming robots? Like, who knew? The opening scene looks phenomenal. Man, it just makes you wish that the entire movie kind of took place in the medieval era. Maybe someday. There were some cool new additions to the Autobot lineup. Hot Rod was one of them. He had these really sweet grenades that basically when they exploded, they created this like stasis field, freezing everybody in a certain area, so then everybody else around them can do their little thing. He uses those a couple times, and I thought that was really neat. Somebody obviously played Quantum Break. The Robo Butler Cogman was really cool. He provided some funny moments, some pretty funny banter between him and Anthony Hopkins' character. Another thing I liked is I appreciate their attempt to try to unify all the movies. For those who have been there from the beginning, you'll notice these small details that are kind of cool, that are just kind of throwbacks to the older films. I for one, appreciated that. With the good, though, there comes the bad. And this movie kind of has one big negative, in my opinion. There's one big issue that I found with this movie that, if fixed, would have made this movie, like, on a whole nother level, man. So, please correct me if I'm wrong. So, one of the side plots of Age of Extinction was about the element transformium and man-made transformers and all that stuff, right? And that all culminated to basically the creation of Galvatron, which was Megatron reincarnated, right? They used Megatron's old parts, and then they created Galvatron with the transformium or whatever, right? That was cool. The reason why I thought that was so cool was because Galvatron wasn't the main focus of the film. It was Lockdown. Lockdown was the main antagonist of the film, which Lockdown was pretty badass, by the way. And Galvatron was the side villain, the side attraction type thing. He would just kind of pop up to, do that. And he even pulled the, I'll get you next time, Prime, and, disappeared into the night, and we'll see him next time, right? And then in the next movie, there's going to be this epic showdown between Galvatron and Megatron, because that's what it's been building up to, right? Bzz, wrong. Try again. That would have been so cool. Think about it. There would have been this whole new storyline, right, with the last night stuff. And then out of nowhere, Galvatron just kind of pops up like, what's good, bitches? Then everybody has to stop the last night stuff and kind of have to deal with that whole problem. Like, that would have been really cool. It would have been an interesting element to throw into the film. See, I knew something was off when I first saw the posters of the new Megatron, like Megatron's new look. It didn't look anything like Galvatron. Like, Galvatron looks one way, you remember that, and then when they show what Megatron looks like now, damn well that's not him. And I feel like they dropped the ball big time on that, man. It's never talked about, it's never addressed, nothing. It's just swept under the rug in the last night. And I think that's so dumb. And I'm just deeply disappointed that there's no payoff to that plot line that was started in the last film. Another minor thing I thought was kind of dumb was the underuse of the Dinobots. Dude, this is the second time that the Dinobots were completely underused. They made a brief appearance in Age of Extinction, And I was hoping that I would see more of them in this one, especially since they're there from the beginning. And of course, they're just they pop up once or twice and they're not seen for the rest of the movie. It just seems like a waste. Jared Carmichael's character, no offense to Jared himself, but his character served no real purpose to the plot and just wasn't really funny. I don't know if it had something to do with his delivery. It seemed like his character was just kind of yelling all of his lines, yelling all of his jokes, and just because you're yelling it doesn't make it funny. But I don't know. I guess that's just me. The rest of the humor in the movie was fine. It was just his character's jokes that just didn't quite land for me. The Last Night is a fun movie. It's filled with the action set pieces and explosions Micheal Bay's films are known for. And if you're not a fan of these movies by now, then this one will not be winning you over at all. But for the fans of the franchise, for the people who can appreciate these movies for what they are, The Last Night isn't the best of Bay's saga, but I promise you it is no Revenge of the Fallen. I know it's crazy, but like a great man once said, if you look closely, there's more to these movies than meets the eye. I know, I couldn't help myself. It is a Transformers review. But that's why I'm giving Transformers The Last Night a 3 out of 5. And I would see it in IMAX. Now that Bay Saga has come to a close, which one do you think was the best? My personal favorites are the first one and Age of Extinction, but why don't you comment what you think down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and give this video a like. And if you want to see more reviews like this, subscribe as well. I'll see you guys next time.